Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin, your daily update. But outside of that, also a little bit of an update and an outlook for today on the markets because we have some major news coming out. Now, I have to say the price action that Bitcoin has shown over the course of the last 24 hours has been amazing, right? I mean, we were able yesterday after the news to hold the breakout. As you can see, just before the US session, we managed to break out above the 90-day rolling VWAP. And a 30-day rolling VWAP, so that's an auction for higher prices, and so far we've been able to hold that. We had a little bit of bearish pressure over the course of the rest of the US session. And I think some of you experienced that a little bit more because the Bitcoin dominance actually went up. So altcoins actually pushed down quite a bit, or at least some of them. But ultimately, we dropped down into the top of this fair value gap right here for Bitcoin, and we did not even touch the 90-day rolling VWAP. And from there we found support. I mean, the support that we had in the price action we had after finding support there has been relatively low volume. But ultimately, I don't think you can be bearish on this. Not only Bitcoin technically is looking good, but the fundamentals around Bitcoin, right, and that can influence Bitcoin, are looking fine as well. I mean, if we look at equities, you can see the S&P 500 yesterday also spiked up, dropped back down, but ultimately this is in an uptrend. The Russell 2000 is a little bit weaker, but it's also still holding the uptrend. The volatility index is relatively low still. So I see absolutely no reason I see no reason to be bearish right now. All right, we still have major support right here at 113,000, which I do think we can spike into because, as most of you know, or at least I tried to already keep you updated on that in my previous videos. I think I said it every day since Sunday or something. But today we have CPI and inflation rate data, right? So in 4 hours and 30 minutes, so that's 12:30 UTC, I think. We have CPI and inflation rate data, and that can influence the markets short term. Now, ultimately, I think most outcomes are actually good outcomes, right? If it's just as expected, then it's priced in, right? So it's expected that the inflation rate and the CPI both go up a little bit. If that actually does happen, I think it's priced in, and we might get some short-term volatility. But as long as we hold 113,000, which in that scenario I do expect, I think we're going to be fine, and I think we can still see continuation into 117 and 118,000. Which at this point of time is my next main price target, although we are at major resistance right now as well, so you should be aware of that, which is another reason why we can pull back into 113,000. Now, the only thing that can happen, in my opinion, that could really be very bad for the markets is if the inflation rate and the CPI are much higher than expected. I will try to be live streaming during the event, right, so we can actually talk about that live when it actually happens. But if it's higher than expected, then there could be fears for stagflation coming in. All right, and stagflation is bad. That basically means inflation is going up while the economy is going down. You don't want that. All right. So in that case, we could drop down below 113 and 112.8 thousand, but ultimately, I don't think that's most likely. I mean, if the news is as expected, I think that's good. If it's lower than expected, that's definitely good. If it's higher than expected, that could be bad, right? Not necessarily bad, because that would almost guarantee rate cut. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, it would guarantee rate cuts, I think, but I have to think that over a little bit. So there's more outcomes that would be bullish, and I think the price action we've seen over the course of the last couple of days has been great as well. So I still think that we're going to be testing that level to the downside. I do think we'll be able to hold that, and I do think we're going to be able to see continuation up higher. And those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know for now. Now, hopefully, I will see you all during my live stream again, so we can actually, live talk about it a little bit more, and I can keep you updated. But that's it for now. So thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.